I'm Jay Holiday, and this is my life, this is my story, this is my comeback. You know, I was the first one in my family, and thus far the only one to be as successful as I was.
Just because this beat is slow, don't mean we can't go hard. On my knees, I'll stay right there, speaking in tongues like I'm in prayer. Make you scream, oh my God. You like that, so I'ma give it to you. No holding back, however you want, I'll give it to you. Now I usually don't do this, but sometimes you bring out the best and you bring out the worst, and I don't know just how to say it, no.
I started my career in a place where a lot of people haven't had the opportunity to, which was I accomplished so much so fast. So I didn't experience my bottom until later. So it's like I can, like, there's no further down I can go like that. I'm cool, it's only up from here. I hated celebrity life when it first happened. I don't know, it's not my thing. I didn't get into this to be a celebrity. You know what I mean? Granted, once you get a taste of it and it's gone, you notice that it's gone. But I never, the celebrity life was just kind of like, man, this is what everybody's been talking about. I'm cool. I'm good. Just give me a mic and a stage and I'm great.
Red girl, shout out. Shay.
Bye.
I got signed in 2007. I came out with my album in 2006. And from that point on, it was like, phew. I remember it all, but it's still a blur.
Go chain into that Victoria's Secret thing that I like. Alright, okay, tonight you're having me your way. Perfume, spray it there, but I love in the air. Now put me right next to you, gonna raise the temp. First from my back, like you do, right there, right there. How you touch me like
I mean, they were successful because people are nasty. Like, that's just what it is.
Really?
Yeah, sex sells. I can't help that. It's not my fault. I didn't start it.
Right now, let's go, let's go. What my lady say? Let's go. Bam, bam, let's go.
I believe that it was the way it was written and the person it was given to. You know, a lot of times songs are written for certain people and it doesn't always come out the way that they thought it would, but I think Jay was a perfect fit for that song, and I think everybody needed a strong ballad, you know, to move on and to excite, you know, that type of song, that type of sex music.
It creates a vibe, it has an atmosphere, it has a presence, it's memorable, it's relatable, it's, you know, that's the thing.
Let's go, ladies, let's go.
I remember sitting in a meeting at Capitol Records, and they were telling us that his record spins at radio broke Michael Jackson's bad record spins. So we was just in there sitting there in awe. The whole team was like, what? Jay was getting like 10,000 spins a week.
Thanks for letting me bless ya. Calm down, fly right, drift back into heaven. Like, let's go, one more time, ladies. I love it, let's go. Bam, come out. Every time we touch it. I want it, you want it. I'll see you in the morning. Hey, wanna put my finger through your hair. Hey, love you till your eyes roll back. I'ma put you to bed, then I'ma give you some head. I'ma give you some hair, put you to bed. Loving for, touching you like it's our first time, baby.
I was in a group called 295. We got together in high school doing talent shows and stuff like that. So it went from the school talent shows to now we're doing cabarets and talent shows around the city. And then it went from that to, you know what, let's start recording something. Let's start trying to actually do something with it, because we would damn near win every talent show or be the favorite. Finally, we got noticed. Anthony T.A. Tate, which is the same guy that signed my group, is who I came up with the Back of My Lack album and the Round 2 album under Capitol. And he signed the group and he brought us to Atlanta and he tried to get us signed, but as fate would have it, that just wasn't what was supposed to happen. We were good. It wasn't, I'm not going to say we didn't get signed because we weren't good, but at the time, people just weren't signing groups. And it was either start over 6 years worth of journey or start a new journey by myself. And that's just kind of the decision that I made, and I was signed in 8 months.
What brought you to R&B? What made you choose that?
Because I tried to be a rapper and I couldn't rap. Nah, I'm playing. I wanted to do R&B just because it felt right. Like, I can't really, there was no specific, like, breaking point of when I decided what kind of music I wanted to do. It was just, that's just what it was. I got the gift from my mother, but that's not necessarily how I was introduced to it. I was introduced to it by my sister. She was doing at the time, traveling the world, singing background for Crystal Waters, and she sang background for a couple of go-go bands and stuff like that. So I just used to see her doing it all the time. That didn't make me want to do it, but that's how I was introduced to it.
I was so happy being an artist and being able to be on the stage that I would let so many things slide. As a man now, I would never let slide. Just being too nice and not knowing when to say no.
It's been a while. I was not expecting that at all, so that was good. He got a new look. Yes, he got his grown man on. Looks nice. It was a good show. He can sing his ass off. Can we say that? Sorry. You can sing your ass off.
Jay Holiday's performance was incredible. It was outstanding. He did his job. I loved it.
Oh, the show was phenomenal. I mean, he was so sexy on stage. I couldn't even tell you. It was just... I can't.
In case I didn't kill me, I'm saying, cause I need you like a bed needs some covers. Baby, we need each other like a comedian needs a joke. Baby, I need you. Baby, hey, hey. I'm not beating, can't you get it from the music of my lyrics?
Do you play any instruments? Do you write?
I write. I would like to say that I could play like Jimi Hendrix, but I can't. I would love to say I could play the piano like John Legend, but I can't. I mean, I could dibble and dabble on it all. I think it's just, it comes natural after a while of you doing it and doing it. But there's a fate, like, you know, you have your life's fate or your destiny. Like, if that was my destiny, that's what it was. It just happened. It picked me, really. I didn't really pick it.
Every time I get on stage, I feel good. Good show, bad show, it doesn't matter.
I rep DC for a number of reasons, but I grew up throughout the DMV area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
It's my life, man. Listen. Got some weight off my back. Got my feet to the ground. Got my eyes straight ahead. Can't nobody stop me now. I've been on this choppy road, and these folks that I
just growing up there, it's just, for people that want to do music, it's a little hard because our only music outlet at the time was go-go.
You know they gon' rock me, 'cause I my thing, yeah, I do my thing.
Who you gonna put on next, man? I already see you setting it up. I see you setting it up, baby. Yes, sir.
What do you want?
Percussion, let's go.
It's ancestry based, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you got the drums, the conical rhythms, you know. Once you hear that,
That sounds like my hometown right there. Hey! Yes, sir.
"... 2010, boy, frustrating year. I put my last album on in 2009, and the label didn't do me so well, which there was still a lot of things that I needed to learn.
The second album, his sophomore album, came, and the first single from that was It's Yours. And we just, you know, started going through the whole process again. He was still coming off the high of Bed and Suffocate, and people were looking forward to a second album.
That was my first taste of, we fucked you, so now get out. Here's your money. He treated me like a prostitute. That's as plain as I can put it.
He's been to the top, and then he fell off, not by his doing, but because we just got caught up in a lot of transitions within the record label. So, you know, it was very disappointing for him. And him having to see is like, okay, can I do it again? Yes, he believed, he always knew he had the talent, but did he lose the window?
Capitol Records, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. They're known for great stuff in the past, but you know, that's just how I felt. You know what I mean? When you know for a fact that you were the artist that kind of kept the lights on, it feels kind of bad when they treat you like you're the one that got them turned off. If that makes any sense, because they did get turned off.
I got a devil and an angel on my shoulder. GPS acting up, which house I'm about to go over. Is it mine with my baby? Is it her, my other lady? I guess we about to find out.
I can't place the face. You have a picture of this guy?
The song was good, yeah. And then after that, he had a next good song. I think he just fell apart, you know?
It's been a minute, she's feeling neglected. Got both of them at home, waiting for me naked.
It was romantic, it was sexy. It spoke to me.
I still think that's a song definitely appropriate for the bedroom, you know what I'm saying?
I made the wrong turn. I knew I should have took my...
First thing I remember about Jay Holiday is the track Bed. Pretty sure like everybody. Should take me back to 10th grade, thinking I was grown.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I do remember that face.
I never got blacklisted. What it is unfortunately in African American music, we have a very, 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 very short attention span, you know, and with the kids nowadays, like the younger generation and everything, they kind of dictate what's good and what's not. You know, it's like remember how we were growing up and our parents would be listening to something and we're like, oh my God, you're old. But now we appreciate it. People want me to be somebody I'm not.
People like who?
The industry. Well, I'm not gonna say specific names because I've never done that, but just the label heads, the controllers of whatever part of that industry. Because you have people up here, then you have people here, and you have people here. Whoever's above me have always tried to make me change myself and try to become somebody different or be somebody different or do something different. And I can only be me. I don't know what else to do. When things become too much for me, I just I shut down, I disappear. You know what I mean? My management can't get me. My right-hand man, Slow, can't get me. He like, yo, dude, really? You're not gonna answer my calls? And sometimes I'm like, you know what? Today just wasn't a good day for me. I just don't want to talk. It's not like, oh my God, I'm about to go slit my wrist and kill myself, but it's like, just let me back up for a second, relax, think about what's going on and chill, you know what I mean? And that's just how I deal with it. It's shut down. Like sometimes the best way to deal with things is to just be quiet.
Some of his struggles with his music career has been like his drinking, for one, his attitude, and him not knowing the full, like not learning the game as you went along.
The time that I really realized that I need to leave Tequila alone, like for me, was I was just I'm on cloud 9, and I mean bed is popping, I'm all over everywhere, and I'm at home in DC, you know what I mean? And something happened. I went to a club, and the manager of the club kind of disrespected me, but the tequila was like, yo, you at home. You better get at this, you know what I'm saying? And I went in. I really went in. But then not only did I go in on him, I went on everybody around me. My team, my security, because they were trying to get me to understand that we understand what's going on, but just let it go. But for me, I'm like, man, y'all better be with me, or everybody's blah, 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 blah. And granted, I was right that night, but the tequila took me way too far, and I just said some things and did some things that just wasn't cool. And when I woke up the next day, I was just like, that's not cool. I have a no-go rule right now. And my no-go rule is no tequila. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you want to buy me a drink, it's not gonna be tequila.
Dealing with like celebrities and dealing with hip-hop artists, nobody goes by their real name. So at the end of the day, it's all a show, it's all an act. And how can you tell if someone's acting or not? You can't, you don't know. You pick the people you pick. I'd rather deal with an asshole because I know he's gonna be an asshole 100% of the fucking time.
You gon' be on cloud 9 tonight. You gon' be on cloud 9 tonight. You gon' be floating, baby. You gon' be floating, baby. We gon' be on cloud 9.
This is an independent film. What does it mean to be an independent artist?
To be an independent artist is, you got your independence. You don't gotta listen to nobody. You can do what you want. You can show what you want. You can say what you want. You can feel how you want without anybody questioning you.
We in the studio till 3 o'clock in the morning every night, working hard.
Can I do it when we stop though?
Jay said he's gonna do the drops today, Darius.
Are you actually making more money now that you're independent?
Definitely. Definitely. It's always good to be an owner.
I market myself to the people overseas. that's how I market myself right now. One thing that I would definitely say, if I can give a piece of advice to fans in the States, support and follow your American artists.
Basically, I got the first album back on my lap back in 2008, or yeah, it was just when I started getting my girlfriend. And at that time, I was just started going out with her, and I was playing it a lot, a lot. So because I was just listening to it, and a lot of the songs he was talking about was how I was feeling about my missus at the time, and so I could relate to a lot of them. And I'm still going out with her now.
The audience over here are fantastic. They loved the whole show, and they loved Jay. As I say, when I mentioned Jay to my friends that I was going to see him and that you were working with him, they were absolutely enraptured. They really do like him over here. It was a fantastic show. But I think it's time for a move forward for him.
It's not always going to be peachy, you know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. You know, I can't say that anything that I went through was bad. It was always a learning experience for me, so.
There's a lot of new artists, you know, the waves, everything has changed since he first came out. So it's just finding a way to get back. Yes, he has his core fans. Now, yes, we're going to give his fans what they need, but now we got to gain new fans.
I have a passion for it, but I've had so many people tell me like, yo, we miss it. And then we put the album out and it's like, the response has been like, oh, damn, they really missed it. With Guilty Conscience, it's about, I did good, I did bad, I learned from it, and I'm trying to correct it.
He still has the looks of a younger guy, so he can still cater, I think, to the 15-year-olds, to the 40, 45-year-olds. I think he has a wide span to absolutely just, you know, come back with a hot, hot, hot album.
In any situation, you have teams. You have the bullies, you have the people that get bullied, and then you have the people that's gonna fight the bullies back. And I think I'm one of them.
The family core has never changed. You know, it can all stop to tomorrow, and we'll just go back to what we were doing before we even got started. You know, if you're working for a person, you ought to follow his creation, his dream. And sometimes you have to believe in it, because if you don't, I don't think it would be successful.
I never imagined getting this far. Like, my lifelong dream was to come out with one album. I'm working on my third. So I feel blessed.
Girl, you're the best, yeah, that a man could ever ask for, yeah. Baby, you've got style, you've got class. Girl, you make it look so easy, yeah. Woo. Got every woman wanting to be like you. You're fresh to death every night, girl. Just one nighter, so it's okay, 'cause you're here with your baby. And I bet you didn't know how incredible, girl, you are. But it's cool, girl, let me tell you.